Hey, welcome back to our Azure Cloud series. In today's episode, we are going to explore cloud cost management and billing, a crucial topic actually for any organization using cloud services. Understanding how cloud provide charges and how to actually optimize their costs can help you maximize your cloud investment and profit. Let's dive in. Let's start with how cloud providers charge for their services. There are several pricing models, each designed to fit a different scenario or use case. Now, the first one is pay as you go. I mean, just the topic explains it all. Pay as you go. So this model charges you based on the actual usage. For example, you pay for the compute power which you used, the storage which you utilized or you are actually using, and the bandwidth of network, how much data you are actually moving between networks. Now, it's flexible because you only pay for what you use, making it ideal for businesses with a variable workload or short-term projects. For example, if you are not sure about your business and you just want to test cloud services, pay as you go is fine. You use it. If it really works awesome, then you can actually make long-term commitment in the future. The next one is the subscription-based. With this model, you pay a fixed monthly or annual fee for accessing to a specific service, basically. It's predictable. It is predictable because you are also using subscription for your Netflix, right? You know how much you will be charged next month. And it works well for organizations with steady workload and long-term projects or vision. The next one is reserved instances, if you want that sweet discount. So reserved instances offer discount pricing in exchange for commitment or committing to use a specific cloud resource over a set period of time, usually 1 or 2 or 3 years. This model is perfect for predictable workloads, such as hosting a website or a web server, or running enterprise application because it lowers cost compared to the previous model, pay as you go. Here you know that your business is running fine, and you want your business website to be up and ready for many years to come. So why do you want to pay more, take advantage of heavy discounts? But you pay upfront. And after 1 year, you realize that, hey, I want to back off. But you committed for 3 years. So there is a risk involved. The next is free tier. Most cloud providers offer free tier that includes limited services. Hey, nothing is for free, right? Forever. So limited service will be provided, such as compute power, storage, and databases, with specific usage quota or limits. For example, AWS and Azure provide a free tier that help businesses to test cloud services and then scale up in the future. So this is for those guys who want to test, or maybe for students. If you want to practice, you can go ahead for a free account and then test your knowledge there. The next one is data transfer cost. Well, data transfer fee apply when the data is actually moved between cloud services, across regions, or out of internet domain itself. The cost varies depending on the volume and the direction of data transfer. So it's important to design your cloud architecture to minimize these costs. It means sometimes ingress might be more expensive than egress. Means data going in your cloud might be more expensive. But in most cases, actually, the egress is more expensive. That is, data going out of your cloud infrastructure. Now, there are chances for additional costs as well, where cloud providers charge extra fee for, let's say, a premium service like artificial intelligence, machine learning, advanced monitoring, and higher availability options. It supports plans, backup, and disaster recovery solutions, and come with additional cost. In simple word, if you are using a service and the cloud provider have a better version of that service, which performs faster, more efficient, they will charge more for that. So that will be regarded as additional cost. Now, that we understood how cloud costs are calculated, let's explore ways to manage and optimize these kind of expenses. The first logical thing you can do is right sizing resources. Right sizing means matching the size of your cloud instances to your actual workload requirements. For example, running a large virtual machine for a small application leads to unnecessary cost. Large virtual machine means a machine with a lot of resources allocated. Imagine a machine with 32 GB of RAM and 20 cores. To run a simple application, it can actually run that application very well, but aren't you wasting resources there? Yes, you are. And the cloud provider will not care because you are paying for that, right? So, by selecting the right instance size, you reduce waste and then you save money. Next one is autoscaling. Now, autoscaling automatically adjusts the number of resources based on demand. For example, if website traffic increases during some peak holidays time or maybe some Christmas, right, Christmas Eve, then autoscaling will add more virtual instances or virtual machines to handle the load. When the traffic decreases, when the Christmas Eve is done, it's gone, it will scale down to reduce cost, ensuring that you only pay for the resources you need. So this gives you a sweet balance. One more trick, that is use reserved instances. Well, committing to longer term usage through reserved instances lower the cost compared to pay-as-you-go pricing. Now, this is ideal for predictable workloads again, such as running a simple database or enterprise application that needs to be available 24/7, all right? But this database and enterprise application will be used in a very predictable way. The chances of certain spikes are very minimal. In that case, you can just commit for long-term usage, pay upfront, and have some discounts. Yes, there is something called leverage spot instances. The term is spot instances, and we can leverage. So, spot instances use unused cloud capacity at lower cost, making them perfect for non-critical tasks like batch processing, testing, or DevOps requirements. Since spot instances can be interrupted if the demand increases, right? They're best for workload that are not mission critical. In easy terms, every cloud provider knows that there are certain resources which are not used that often. So they can provide that chunk of resources in a discount. That is your spot discount. But the catch is the cloud provider can always pull the resources back to provide that to a better paying customer. So when the resources are pulled, your workload will be interrupted. And you have to agree with that. All right? So a virtual machine created with spot discount, yes, sometimes that machine might be down, offline. That is what spot discount actually do. You save some money, but there is a small risk. Next is be smart about your usage. So monitor usage and set budgets. You should continuously track your cloud usage. It actually helps prevent unexpected costs. Tools like Azure Cost Management or even in AWS, there is Cost Explorer. It provides detailed insight into usage patterns. Setting up budgets and alerts ensure that you stay within your cost limit. For example, you can receive an alert if the monthly spending approaches a critical predefined threshold. For example, if you set up, let's say, hey, give me an alert when I reach 90% of my budget. Let's say your budget is 100 bucks, a small budget, 100 bucks. When the cost will reach $90, you will get an alert. That alert can be a phone call, email from Azure. It all depends how you set it up. Optimize data storage. Yeah, data is important. Every organization actually use this functionality. They use data storage features. So here, using tiered storage reduces the cost. So you can use different level of storage mechanism. For example, you can use hot storage solution for frequently accessed data. Now, it is hot storage. That means it will give you the best latency performance and also higher IOPS. But the point is, you have to pay more. But then, you can use cold storage for infrequently accessed data. Cold is cheaper than hot. You will save money. But again, cold will not perform as good as hot. And then, if you want to store data and you want to store it for many years, you're basically archiving it, why do you want to pay more money for that? So in that case, you can use archival storage. That is for long-term data retention at a very lower cost. But the excess time, when like time taken to actually access data will be way huge. It will take time. So that is the price to pay. Now, the next one is your consolidate billing. What do you mean by that? Consolidating billing accounts allows organizations to monitor shared usage across teams or departments, optimizing discounts, right? And take advantage of volume-based pricing. For example, combining multiple departments' cloud usage into a single account can unlock discount for higher volume usage. It sounds a little complex, but it is not. It simply means that if you ask your provider that, hey, I need resource just for a small department of 5 users, yeah, they will give it to you for a cost. But if you give them more business, let's say you want to use the cloud service for thousands of users across the whole globe, then the providers can give you volumetric discounts. Again, saving money in the long run. To summarize, managing cloud costs effectively require understanding of different pricing models and also using cost-saving strategies like right-sizing your resources, auto-scaling, and also using reserved instances. Why not? Plus, monitoring usage, optimizing data storage, and also consolidating billing further helps control expenses in the long run. Ensuring you get the most value from your cloud investment. It's all about that sweet balance between performance and saving some money. So thank you for tuning in to this episode. I'll see you in the next one where we will continue exploring more essential concepts in Azure Cloud. Take care.